Welcome back to the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast. This is Raw is Retro. We are here live in March 1998, the 17th to be exact, for this episode of Raw with me, your host Ross, and with me as ever, my trusty sidekick, the Shawn Michaels, the Triple H to my Shawn Michaels.
Does that mean I'm going to get rid of you at the end of Wrestlemania season and replace you with someone with another X-Pac?
Lord Manny Hayes, aka First Rapper Jones, is with me.
You right?
Yeah, good. I don't have planned these intros, as you may have guessed. So
yeah, no, I had no idea where he was going with that.
It's always best. Off the cuff is always best. I've never planned any podcast. I had to do a planned ad read once, and it was just the worst thing I've ever done. So,
oh yeah, the hardest thing ever is actually reading an ad read. So we did one for Maurice for the Buzz and Cousins podcast.
Oh yeah,
and the read just feels more difficult than anything because it's easier to promote it and just go watch this, but
exactly,
because you have to explain it, and it's like some of these words don't come out of my mouth properly. Like this is written as for an American, and I'm British. Do you know? There's certain words you can't. If you say it, it just sounds weird, like ass.
Yeah, y'all. Y'all. I can't say y'all without putting a southern accent on.
Yeah, it's just certain words don't come out properly.
No, true. No, we've both got massively different accents as well. We're from the same country, the tiny little country, but we're 2 hours apart. But sound
I sound very common next to your accent.
Oh really? God, I'm from Hampshire. I suppose Hampshire's.
Yeah, I sound very North London common. Council estate is what I'm saying.
Oh, God. Yeah, we had to do an ad read for Manscaped, and the stuff they put you to the actual things you have to say is I don't want to do that.
That's an American company though as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into Raw. We start with Ken Shamrock, who comes down to talk about The Rock. They get a lot of Rocky Sucks chants, which is still a great chant. NOD interrupts. Rock comes down to the ring. No, you roll, shut your mouth. Basically. I like The Rock volunteering D'Lo for the match as well.
You don't get that very often anymore.
No, I do like that when a leader just says, "Well, I'm not doing it. D'Lo can do it instead." We get that match straight away. Yeah, D'Lo gets pretty much destroyed in about a minute, I think.
Yeah.
He doesn't really do any offense, I don't think.
And then he hits... No. And then he hits him with another violent chair shot. I thought Shamrock... If Shamrock doesn't have dementia now, he should. The chair shots The Rock gave him were insane.
Yeah, he is really rough with these chair shots, The Rock.
But I feel like it's always Shamrock that takes him and tries to be a hard man as well.
Yeah,
he doesn't try and protect himself or anything. He just takes these shots full onto the head.
Yeah, he's fully out cold when this thing hits him. I think he's properly just knocked the fuck out. He's just down.
Yeah, if he didn't have a concussion, he sold it really well, but he must have had one.
Yeah, it's awful. It's horrible. It looks really, really rough. But we actually finished the match. Well, we don't get a finish, do we? Because the chair shot. Does that make a DQ? I think it makes a DQ, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He did have the ankle lock on, but it doesn't actually finish. Farouk gives the Rock a telling off. Are we about to get a face turn from Farouk? How did the nation break up? How does Farouk leave?
I can't remember.
Because we're not that far away from Owen joining, but I don't.
I think they kicked Farouk out. This is on the verge of them kicking Farouk out.
Yeah, and the Rock being the full leader and bringing in Owen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Kelly confirms after the break that Ken Shamrock has suffered concussion. Well, yes, obviously, no shit. It's obvious that he's going to have a concussion. We cut back to some Sable stuff. Sable, and she's just awful. Listening to her talk is terrible. She should never have been put on the mic at all.
You know what it is? She gets Charlotte going by these notes. It's the Charlotte hate I see of 2022.
Yeah.
But I like Charlotte.
I can't stand Charlotte, but I can watch her wrestle because she's incredible at wrestling. But on the mic, I don't want to listen to her at all.
I enjoy it more because everyone else hates it. And I really like when internet wrestling fans are upset recently.
Yeah, I do enjoy that. That's fun. Can't wait for Cody to come back and lose. The IWC is going to lose its shit.
No, I want him back at Stardust. I'm telling you now, I want him back at Stardust.
Comes back at Stardust and loses to a returning Elias.
I'm buying everything. I'll buy the mask. I'll do a show in Stardust 18. I'll do everything if he comes back as Stardust.
Sable calls Luna a bitch, and they're just building towards WrestleMania, basically. Yeah, brilliant. Jeff Jarrett is back, taking on Tom Brandi. Tom Brandi's moved on from his Mark Merrow feud. He's now facing Jeff Jarrett.
I thought we were done with Tom Brandi.
I really thought we'd done weeks
the Mark
ago.
Merrow thing, I thought this was it. This is it. We're no longer seeing him ever again.
They'll face off again after Raw, probably, after WrestleMania.
When he appeared, I was like, why?
He gets his leg caught in the ropes, the stupid idiot, and gets caught in a figure four lock for the win for Jeff Jarrett in under 2 minutes. Like, just give it up, Tom. It's not worth it, mate. You never win. It's just a waste of time. But yeah, Jeff Jarrett gets the win, and I'm sure he'll probably pick up some IC gold relatively soon.
I think it's coming, isn't it?
Yeah, because The Rock soon moves away from that IC belt and onto the being like chasing after Austin. So there's a big kind of void in the middle of that card where Jeff Jarrett loves to just slip in and take the IC belt, basically.
It might be the start of the Ken Shamrock era.
Yes, it must be, actually, yeah. I can't remember who he kind of feuds with, but we cut backstage anyway to The Rock, who's interrupting Kevin Kelly, and he couldn't give two monkey craps about Ken Shamrock. Good on him. He thinks Shamrock's out for WrestleMania, so who will be his new opponent? Does he face Shamrock at Mania? I can't remember.
I think he does. Yeah, I think he does.
Okay, fair enough. We get a WrestleMania moment. Lawrence Taylor versus Bam Bam.
I remember that, and I don't remember why I was so into this. I remember watching this at the time, and I was like, "Why am I so into this?" Because that WrestleMania was a bit lackluster, WrestleMania 11.
Yeah, definitely was. Like, that's the headline. That's the main event. Lawrence Taylor versus Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, because that was the year Shawn Michaels won the Royal Rumble the first time when he eliminated Bulldog after doing that swinging leg thing, the way 1 foot only touched the ground, and then he lost against, I think it was Diesel.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so that's WrestleMania 11 is what, 95?
Yeah,
because 12 is 96. 12 is my favourite Mania. We'll get into that more later at some point. I'll explain why. But we get the Headbangers versus the Rock and Roll Express again. This seems to happen every single week at this point. Why are they still here? Go away. I don't
Your
get what
hatred to the NWA is incredible.
Get them at this point. Just bugger off. But that does give us... we do get the new Midnight Express, don't we?
Yeah.
Bombastic Bob and Bodacious Bart.
Bombastic Bob is an incredible name. It's just too perfect.
Oh god, and Bodacious Bart. Poor Bart Gunn. He sees that Billy Gunn's about to become part of the biggest stable in wrestling history, or of the Attitude Era, I suppose. And he's stuck with Bob Holly being the new Midnight Express.
You didn't need any references to Mr. Bombastic, but you got it, and Bob Holly is keeping that legacy alive.
Yeah, brilliant. We're going to get a turf war between the NWA, aren't we?
Yeah.
God almighty. They remind us that Jennifer Flowers will be at WrestleMania. Brilliant. I'm buying my tickets just for that.
She's a timekeeper. I've said numerous times, I don't understand why this is still a job. When it can be automated.
It definitely can be. I mean, a laptop was the GM of Raw for 2 years. You don't need people to do this. A MacBook can do all this work for you. Yeah. We get the gorilla. We missed off earlier. Sorry, the Phoenix Suns gorilla mascot is
Gorilla
descends from the ceiling, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Earlier. He gets tombstoned, chokeslammed. Yeah, brilliant. Why are they doing this with Kane? Like, can they not be doing something more like productive with the Kane at this point? I know he's got the feud with Taker, the match with Taker at Mania, but like, it's just
because Pete Rose is coming.
Just spinning his wheels. Yeah, there we go. We're into the war zone. Chainsaw Charlie takes on Billy Gunn, my boy Billy, with the Road Dogg. They have a dumpster with Jack's house painted on the side of it, which I liked.
It's so childish.
It is. It's just so funny though. These guys are such like kids, just little punks basically. But I love watching them. They are great. They're the Outlaws. We get badass Billy Gunn with his do-rag as well. Do-rag
the first
Billy.
Time. The first do-rag Billy is the first time.
Do-rag Billy. I like Road Dogg being on commentary on the house mic. He's much better than the Jackal, that's for sure.
100%. I'm glad that I haven't seen any Jackal for the first few.
Yeah, weeks now. I think they're gone. Truth Commission might be gone. I really hope they're gone.
A real break from the Jackal.
This match doesn't have a finish, obviously. Road Dogg jumps in the ring, smashes Charlie with the tag belt, the proper tag belts. I love those tag belts. DQ finish. And
he gets hogtied.
The usual schmoz after the bell.
He gets his feet tied up and hanged.
He does. He gets hogtied. Yeah, Cactus doesn't really know how to get him down.
I don't think the intention was to get him down.
Just hanging around now. Luna calls Sable an ignorant slut backstage, which for 98 TV, it's quite racy, that.
Yeah, and the only time that made me pop more was when it happened in the American office.
Dwight, you ignorant slut!
Yeah. I forgot about that. Oh, God. What do we get next? We get Vince comes down, doesn't he? Doesn't get a very warm welcome from the Phoenix crowd. What was he doing? I can't remember what Vince was doing at this point. Is it with Austin?
Yeah, but disrespecting him. And
yeah.
The bird being given to him. Which gets blurred out on the WWE network now for some reason. Why?
Yeah, why? I pay $9.99 a month. I want to see what I want to see. Like, you've left Benoit matches on there, but you blur out a finger. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Where's the line? Where's the line, WWE? They play a Mike Tyson music video, which is weird.
100%.
I don't know what they're doing. Like, how have they? From what we get at Mania, which is the crowning of Austin and this great new era, like, the run up to it is so messed up.
Yeah, this is the point where the Raw after WrestleMania 14 is when they change everything. Like, they changed the Intercontinental title, they changed the WWF title at the time.
Yeah.
And so they're clearly moving into a new era. But
so they're just trying to get rid of this era as quick as possible.
Yeah, it's just, they're just trying to, I feel like they're just in that transition. It's like, we just need to get through this and get to Mania.
Get to Mania. Like,
yeah.
It has to just get there and we can start again. Yeah, we get Owen Hart versus Triple H for the European title. Doesn't happen though, does it? Really?
So I didn't understand how Owen ended up in the ankle boot again.
No. Yeah, what? Nothing happened last week for him to be in a boot.
No, I just don't understand how he ended up back in the boot. Because he got a low blow last week, and I just don't understand how that has any effect to his ankle.
It's really, really hurt his ankle, that low blow.
Given that I have glass ankles and will require that ankle boot, so I just kept it. I didn't return it back to the NHS.
Yeah, no, same we got one downstairs.
Yeah, I just kept it, and it just doesn't make sense as to why he's in it.
Yeah, well, it will lose him his title in 50 seconds when Triple H makes him submit. Basically,
it doesn't make sense how that took 50 seconds. I feel like that should have taken 10.
Yeah, if you're injured that badly, it should be very quickly submitted.
And who the hell is what's his name, Sergeant Slaughter, to be to actioning this? What kind of fool is he?
Yeah, I know he doesn't like Triple H, but just
He's
handing him a
corrupt.
belt almost.
He's corrupt.
He is very corrupt.
I mean, he did sell out the America for Iran, but still.
Yeah, true. We'll never forget that. Our main event of the evening isn't a match; it's a confrontation, is what JR calls it, between Luna and Sable. Why are they ending their show with this? I know Sable's massively over, but
it's not because of this, though, is it? It's because Kane wanted some Sable, and the Undertaker stopped him.
Yeah,
the Undertaker was cock blocking people.
God, Sable's lucky. She could have looked like Katie Vick. Good old Undertaker. Rescued her. Saved her
Mark
life.
Merrow bounced as well. Mark Merrow just ran.
Yeah, I appreciate that. He's fully charactered up. Like, I'm not saving you. I'm out of it. It's going to kill me. We get a lightning bolt hits the casket. It's on the stage, and there's a dummy Kane inside. The Undertaker has spoken and will meet his brother in 12 days at WrestleMania. Great. Still not excited for it. That is all that's happened on this week's episode of Raw.
This was a nothing episode.
Yeah, like we've got a new Midnight Express. Great. We've got a new European champion. Great. What else happened? Nothing, really.
Nothing. And
Pete Rose and Jennifer Flowers will be
all these episodes of Raw blurred into one.
Yeah.
Like, we had some great ones in February where it was The Rock giving presents to the nation.
Yeah.
The massive pull apart between Luna and Sable to end Raw. And I think that was the one when Mike Tyson first showed up. I can't remember, but no, it was the aftermath of the dumpster being pushed off the stage.
Yeah.
But
that was like 3 weeks in a row of epic Raws.
I wouldn't say epic, Ross.
Well, compared to this.
More memorable than what's actually going on here.
Yeah. Because literally nothing is happening.
All through those episodes of February, the Jackal was on them. Maybe it's the lack of the Jackal that's making this terrible.
There's no standout moments. There's no Jackal talking to us for 2 minutes while Kurgan loses the match. Who would have thought we'd missed the Jackal, eh? Anyway, that is it. What was your match of the night? This one,
I don't think there is one.
There isn't a lot to choose from, is there?
Do you know what? Let's give it to Chainsaw Charlie versus Billy Gunn. There's nothing else. There's nothing else on this that you can really go, do you know? Actually, Jeff Jarrett and Tom Brady.
I was thinking Jeff Jarrett because he probably wrestled the most out of anyone on this show.
Yeah.
I reckon we did. I don't think we got more than 10 minutes of actual ring. I don't think we got anywhere near 10 minutes of actual wrestling.
No, I think I don't know, an unrated for this one.
Yeah, actually, yeah. None of you deserve it. None of you deserve
an unrated.
Your MVP?
Undertaker for cock blocking. The funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that one. To be fair, that's what big brothers do. Just want to wind little brothers up. All right, so that is all for this week's episode of Raw is Retro on the Sharpshooters Network. You can find us at Sharpies Network on Twitter. Subscribe to the Sharpshooters on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, everywhere. Email the show, thesharpshooters@gmail.com, if you want to get in touch and tell us about kind of your memories of WrestleMania 14 and where you were. Where did you watch WrestleMania 14? Let us know. We'll read them out on the show and we'll make you a little bit more famous. I mean, not very famous, but a little bit. But yes, until we're back next week with the go home episode of Raw into WrestleMania 14. It better not disappoint.
Oh, it's 100% will.
We'll see you then. Bye.